Hi, in this module, we're going to learn all about lists, which are extremely helpful in our Python and Tracy programs. In this lesson, we're going to look at how to create a list. Let's dive in. A while back, we learned about variables, which allow us to store information that we can use inside our programs. In this example, we can see that we have a variable radius, which stores the integer value 100 that is being used to control the size of the circle being drawn, and another variable, circle color, which we're using to set the color of the circle. This program is a bit different. Here, we're using a function with parameters so that we can draw a filled-in circle of a given size and color easily. We can call this function with different values and get a different output. It may be helpful for me to group this information together to be used to control these function calls. I may want to group all of the radius values together and all of the colors together, and then access when I need them. This is when lists become very useful. With a list, we can save multiple values inside one variable and access each one when we need to. In this case, if we had these two lists, radii and colors, defined, we could use each element in the list as a parameter for our function. We'll look more into the structure of accessing items in a list in the next lesson, but for now, let's look at how we can make a list that holds these values. To create a list, we surround the variables in square brackets, and we save that to a variable. We can have as many items as we want inside our list, as long as they are all separated by commas. So what kind of information can we put inside a list? Lists can contain any type of data we want. This could be numbers, either integers or floating point numbers, like we see in the radii list, or text, like we see in the colors list. We can even save lists inside other lists, but that is a more advanced topic that you can research a bit more if you're interested. For now, we're just going to save individual elements inside our lists. Lists don't even need to contain only one type of data. We can mix and match data types without any problem. For example, if we wanted to save all the information about one student inside a list called student info, we could put in strings for the first and last name, integers for the age and grade, and a floating point number for the GPA. In this lesson, we learned how to create a list. Now it's your turn to try your hand at creating lists.